Okay, so now we can explore this encampment.
Yes.
These barracks tents are all that remain of the force that threatened to raze Gwynenthel to the ground. A tragedy I single-handedly averted, you mumble to yourself with a smile. These barracks tents are all that remain? Yep.
He's so humble.
This was the camp of Lord Jair's army as he prepared his siege of Gwynenthel. So this is the Torlin Forest, you say to yourself, staring at the dark canopy of leaves high above your head. You've heard horrible tales about this forest, and looking at the foreboding trees, you worry the tales may be true. I shouldn't be doing this, you say, as you consider the perils of following Belazar. This is insane. I need King Aronde. The wisp responds, There's no time, Del, and Belazar will easily detect and eradicate a troop of soldiers, but not you. You can return to the fens and await your demise, or you can continue. I will watch all the same, the wisp finishes. You sigh as anxiety grips your heart. Fine, Wisp, do I have a chance? It should be choice, I think. Anyway, fine, Wisp, do I have a chance? You ask. Tee-hee, we'll see, it responds.
Looks like there's another one of those stones.
It's an ancient fairy stone. So we can't use it yet, but maybe soon. The path branches left toward the base of a mountain, or it cuts between scores of age-old trees. Let's go this way. As you approach the house, a soldier blocks your path. By the look of his armor, he is a Gwynenthel guard captain.
Stop! These woods be no place for one such as thee. Go back,
He says with authority. Until you begin protesting. And protesting, and protesting. Finally, his patience breaks and he shouts,
Enough! Quit your talking! Tell you what, go to the mine and find my men. Good boys, but lazy. Bring them back and I'll let you pass. Now be off.
From the look of the scars on his face, you sense it's in your best interest to do what the guard captain says. Something is different about the woods ahead, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Guardhouse. This guardhouse is cozy, if not a little cramped. It is better than sleeping in the forest, but not by much. A thick fur-lined coat is folded neatly on the shelf. Surprisingly, it looks like it would fit a human child. Well, that's for me.
Gee.
You run your fingers over the thick fur, appreciating the fine quality of this heavy coat and deciding it would suit you well. After all, no one is likely to miss a coat like this around here, and you never know where you'll end up next. You slip the coat on and start sweating immediately. Pulling it off, you decide to store it until you're freezing cold. You take the lantern. A fresh candle burns brightly, okay? Well, now we can probably get into the mountains.
Ooh.
The earth is heavily trodden and lined with deep grooves. Miners must have carted their notes along this path. You read the ornate letters chiseled under this dwarven gravestone. Magnum Silverforge died 2303 CS. His death showed us some wisps conspire against us, leading us astray, lest we try to escape the vile forest. You lean closer to read the weather-worn markings on this dwarven gravestone. Tabor Ironstrike died 2300 CS. Lost within the endless maze of the magic forest, starvation took him. Rest, friend Tabor. The markings on this grave are chiseled deeply. Keltar Fellstone died 2302 CS. From his wisdom, we learned to follow the wisps within the magic forest maze. You study the epitaph on this dwarven gravestone. Cantus Firecraft died 2304 CS. He discovered malevolence shows through with the red wisps. Do not trust the red ones. You mutter the words upon the dwarven gravestone. Warog Smeltsteel died 2301 CS. Creator of the magic lens and discoverer of the hidden wisps within the accursed forest maze. Alright, well this sounds fine. Mine entrance. Vines and moss are reclaiming the ancient wood beams supporting this adit. The darkened passage leads into the deserted mine. This dreary cave seems to close in on you. Claustrophobia grips you as you think of all the rock above your head. Mounds of excavated rock line the sides of the mine. A lonely old birdcage hangs from the ceiling. These held canaries that would warn the miners of the deadly air. The cage is in terrible condition. The door is missing and its captive long gone. It's only loosely fastened to the ceiling and it's just barely within reach. You stand on the tips of your toes and reach up to pull down the birdcage. It doesn't seem immediately useful, but what the heck? It wasn't nailed down, right?
That's my thoughts exactly.
Mm-hmm. Can't take any of this stuff. Okay. You stumble deeper into the mine using the cold rock wall as your guide, but you can go no further. It is too dark.
Looks like there's another hook up there.
Mm-hmm. Reaching high overhead and standing on your toes, you place the lantern on the hook, illuminating the dark corridor. A faint glint catches your eye and you notice some rocks that stand out in the pile of crushed stones. They aren't precious stones, they're just mine slag, yet you're drawn to them. The rocks are deeply embedded into the slag and they can't simply be grabbed with your bare hands.
Maybe the dagger?
I don't think so, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think we have anything else. Oh.
The mine shaft terminates in a dead end. Literally, a body is slumped against the wall, covered in wounds. The body of this young soldier wears the traditional armor of Gwenenthel. He is covered in bites and scratches. Looks like a small metal tag on a short leather strap. It's a small brass key. It's a leather sheath. From the size, it looks like it was for a short sword. You take the sword sheath despite not having a sword. Maybe someday, you think. Red eyes peer at you from the rear of the cave. You imagine they are responsible for the state of the young soldier. You take the key. Oh. Your dallying allowed the dire wolves ample time to assess you as no threat to their safety. Instead, they seem to feel you would make an excellent meal. Their powerful jaws make short work of tearing you apart.
Okay, so we can only take two things, it seems like. Oh. Or we can just do it that way.
Interesting. Moving away causes them to
leave. Okay.
As you approach the cavern entrance, you realize too late that you've disturbed some hungry dire wolves. Gladly welcoming a meal, they devour you and will spend plenty of time enjoying gnawing on your bones. The stamped metal reads, Merivin Montview, Gwenenthel Guard, born 2418 CS, enlisted 2437 CS. You see light entering from the top of the shaft. For a brief moment, you feel hopeful. You can see the Torlin Forest, Tyre River, Great Barren Desert, and Gatekeeper Mountain from this ledge. The armor on the body of this young soldier indicates he came from Gwenenthel. It's a leather strap with a piece of stamped metal looped onto the end of it. Reach down and grab the stamped metal piece, taking care to avoid the spatters of dried blood. The stamped metal reads, Benavin Montview, Gwenenthal Guard, born 2418 CS, enlisted 2437 CS.
Is that a pick?
It's a standard.
Oh, it's probably a halberd.
It's a Gwenenthal military banner.
Or banner.
You once used a pole like this to dispatch a bat flying around your attic. You run forward with arms held wide and leap from the ledge, expecting to soar with all the majesty of an eagle. That is unfortunately not what happened. The vultures made quick work of picking the meat from your flattened body.
I wonder what killed him.
Dunno.
Well, we found the soldiers the guy wanted.
As you grab the old mining tool, you realize the wooden handle is well worn and the metal head is slightly wobbly. This thing has got one final whack in it, then it's done, you think to yourself.
Okay. Probably use it with this. Well, maybe.
You reach up and grab the lantern from the hook, and with that, the mine goes dark once again. Okay. With a few quick swings, you not only smash some rocks free of the stone, but you smash the sledgehammer as well. As you reach down and collect the unusually heavy rocks, you are filled with self-doubt. My back is gonna kill me carrying these around, you think to yourself. I swear these things better save my life someday. Oh, I'm sure they will. Alright, well I think we're done here, so...
I think so.
Let's take our lantern and leave. The guard captain looks at you sternly and speaks. You'll not be getting by till you find both my guards.
Oh, we probably have to show him the tags.
You hand how do you...
Signaculum?
Signaculum?
Signaculum? Oh.
Signaculum. You hand the signaculum to the guard captain. He frowns as he looks at stamped metal, aware of his soldier's fate. He speaks.
Ye believed yourself invincible, reckless boy.
He smiles softly.
One day, Merovin builds a slide made of leather rolls and soap. But the rolls separate when he slides, so he stacks boulders to hold him in place. Work, too, till he slid headfirst into one. Ha! He still has the scars. Sharp mind and unyielding will on that one. A good boy.
His smile fading away. You hand the signaculum to the guard captain. He frowns as he looks at stamped metal, aware of his soldier's fate. He speaks.
Foolish boy, you're lucky you made it this far.
He smiles faintly.
Benavin tried to jump over a ditch in a carriage once. Dolt only gave himself a horse length of runway, crashed right into it, and nearly broke his neck. Old carriage was wrecked. Still, he made me proud. Strong fighter and tough as iron.
He trails off, his smile turning solemn. The unmistakable look of grief appears in his eyes for a moment before he regains his stoic composure. He sighs heavily and says,
Go on, lad, but be warned, 'tis a cruel place, Fenling. Take care of yourself. I'm going to tend to my boys.
The guard captain finishes, his voice filled with sorrow. All right. The intimidating exterior of the Torlin Forest looks welcoming compared to the dark canopy of its central region. You heard tales that this area is cursed, a gaping maw that consumes travelers without the magic to guide them through. The ancient trees are stiflingly close, preventing you from using the sky to navigate. If you're not careful, you may not emerge. Along the forest path, the trees seem to be closing in on you, as if the forest itself is swallowing you alive. This is the Wisp. The forest is enchanted with an impenetrable magic. We need a special tool to help us find our way. Look to the castle tower. Okay, so...
So we have to get... the tower was locked, wasn't it? Oh, we got the tower key, though.
Yes. That's right. So that Wisp is a hint system.
Yes.
Okay. It had mentioned talking to wisps to get through the forest, so I thought maybe he would have something that we needed to talk to him about. But if he is truly a hint system, then I will stop speaking to him.
Yeah, do not want hints.
No. All right, with a swift turn of the tower key, you unlock the door. This stone archway leads back to the castle proper. The tower landing is less poshly decorated than the main castle halls. The symbol of the quill and book are generally understood to indicate a library. Fresh roses fill a finely carved marble vase. The surface is lined with cracks. You think a gentle bump would shatter it.
Why do you want to shatter it?
You reach forward and gently flick the marble vase. It promptly cracks in half and falls to the floor. You whistle. That is a fine example of shoddy craftsmanship, feeling no remorse for destroying the vase. The broken vase lies fragmented on the table. What's this? A sheet of parchment is wrapped around the roses. Lettering on the sheet catches your eye.
Maybe we'll get a new spell. If so, then I guess it was worth it.
You release the twine and remove the parchment from the flowers. You read it carefully. Creeping vines from water below, countless times the stalks will grow. Words, not blades, will root them out. Muster your voice and rally a shout. You have learned the spell Herbicidia. With no more use of the scroll, you discard it.
So it sounds like we can cause...
When overgrown weeds prevent all progress,
Okay.
this spell will wither them and clear the way.
Nice.
Can't take the flowers? The red roses lay scattered on the floor. There's something poetic about it, but you fail to think of anything clever to say. Small candles are burning. Can't take them. Okay, library's open. Let's see what's up. Tower stairway winds upwards. Your legs hurt just thinking about how high up the stairs go.
Oh, there's a door.
You pull the handle of the heavy oak door, but it does not budge. It must be locked. You open the door. The tower staircase ends at a plain-looking door high above the castle. A smell like charred wood comes from within. It's a map of the known galaxy. There looks to be billions of stars. You suddenly feel very small. Well, smaller than usual. This mounted globe shows all the known lands. You look for the fens, but don't see it, which is probably for the best. One book on the shelf catches your eye. It looks ancient and worn. Several strange runes are marked upon the red leather of this book. Something is missing from the setting in the cover. You notice a prominent green trim around the hole in the cover.
I bet that is the emerald.
Yeah. You press the emerald into the setting. It snaps firmly into place. You feel a sense of calm and safety with the gem in place. It is surely safe to take the book now.
Oh. I wonder what would have happened if we took the book without the emerald.
I know. You pick up the book with the emerald in the cover. It feels strangely warmer than the rest of the room. Just a red book with an emerald. You grab the old book and realize it is an old diary. You begin reading. I, Lakmir the Timeless, last of the Circle of 12, set down these words as an account of my life and warning for the future. I toil endlessly, holding a spell of binding around the castle Shadowgate, keeping the evil within contained forever. The Warlock Lord's staff is lost within the caverns. I searched furiously but lacked the ability to find it. It holds power, enough to resurrect Talamar. He is gone, but I fear his influence is not. You skip ahead. Rumors of assassinations call Lord Jair to Gwynenthel. As his servant, I must follow, and thus my binding spell will fade. Talamar was vanquished 35 summers ago. Still, I suspect this rebellion is more than what it seems. You read the final entry. I sit in this tower trying to unravel the events of Aronde's kidnapping and Elrith's manipulation. It does not fit. The culprits seem to lack the cunning to mastermind this plot on their own. I must consult the auguries. Foul deeds are afoot. You return the diary to the shelf. Will not open. Did not work. It's just a globe.
What? Oh, yeah. What's that white thing on the floor?
Broken pieces of candle are on the ground below the candle holder. You wonder how the candle managed to fall. Very curious indeed. A few crumbly bits of wax aren't worth taking, you figure. The wall-mounted candle holder is empty. Aha! You reach up and grasp the candle holder. You twist it gently, turning the candle holder upside down. You hear a simple mechanical click as the star chart releases from the wall, revealing a hidden compartment behind it. Faintly shiny object. That's mine. Feeling like a treasure-hunting genius, you reach behind the star chart and grab the object. It's a spare telescope lens. This one lacks the faint magical properties of the one in the telescope, though. You pocket the spare lens. You'll have to figure out the magic part later. A large telescope is pointed toward the window. You can look directly into the eyepiece to use it. As you peer through the telescope, you notice the lens has a faint blue glow, seemingly a magical property. Your vision focuses on Torlin Forest. From this vantage point, you see the maze-like paths that have left many travelers lost. You also notice a great deal of sparkling activity in the forest. Your wisp companion chimes in. The Wispkin of Torlin! Mortals are not usually fortunate enough to see them. If we could take this contraption with us, we could see the wisps when we're in the forest. An interesting point. As you think about that, you step away from the telescope.
Maybe we have to swap lenses?
That's what I was thinking.
Can you take the original lens? Can you use... Well, I don't think that would work. I was gonna say, can you use your one magic spell? The first one? On maybe your lens? Okay, no, it doesn't let you do that.
As you open the door, a cool breeze rushes into the small chamber.
Oh, I didn't even see the door over there. Aww.
You walk onto the castle turret and observe a creature resting with a thick chain clasped to its neck.
You gotta release him.
Its eyes open and focus on you. It looks uncomfortable and agitated, tugging at the chain, securing it to the tower. You think it best not to get too close until you can calm it down.
Poor baby, just wants a hug.
You approach the small dragon. Suddenly, its mouth opens wide and darts forward, catching your arm between its jaws. It twists its neck and hurls you over the side of the turret, plummeting to your doom.
Just wanted to play.
Yeah. Hi, thanks for playing Beyond Shadowgate. Series co-creators Dave Marsh and Carl Roloffs.
So how are we going to calm him down? That is not going to calm him down.
I was thinking give him gold. Dragons love treasure. No matter what I do. Sturdy chain built to secure a beast. It's unsecured and easily released should you want to.
Just can't get close enough.
Right.
You have to calm him down. I mean, cheese calms me down. What can we do with this? We can't take it. Look at our lens. Done.
Small glass lens has lost its blue glow, as have the objects you view through the lens. I wonder if we can just use that lens.
I don't think so, because when you took it, it said that you'd have to figure out the magic part later.
Let's try this. Okay.
Well, maybe there'll be something in the library. We haven't been in there yet.
That's true.
Pretty bare library.
You select one of the books, The Travels of Gaethel, and thumb through the pages with your dirty fingers. Gaethel saw the chains that held the beast captive. Remove this silver chain, and thou wilt surely be rewarded with gold. Nay, I cannot, replied Gaethel, for the glitter of gold will drive man to ruin. Now quiet, lest I purify thee with fire. Gaethel then proceeds to add more chains. Soft glow of candlelight and plush rug make this library feel cozy despite the cold stone of the tower. You see a loose parchment that has not been filed away into its proper place on the shelves. Principles of Telescope Augmentation, 3rd edition. A lens may be used to filter light in a manner which emphasizes magical properties. However, to identify magical energy, a lens must also be imbued with magic. A simple temple blessing is insufficient. Resourceful practitioners report using the lens as a portable magic sensor when investigating observed areas in person. You decide you don't want to take the parchment with you. You place it back where you found it.
Okay, so we have to take it to the temple.
Gaethel. Oops. Shelves are filled with books on sorcery. The dust is undisturbed except where one book has recently been moved.
Maybe we can put our sorcery book back?
Ah. Good answer. You hear a faint click as you place the book in the empty slot on the bookcase. A sound of wood scraping on stone erupts in the room as the bookcase slides away from the wall, revealing a hiding space. This clay figurine of a griffin is exquisitely detailed. You peek at the bag and gasp with glee. Can it be? Tempe's? These sweet blue crystals are your favorite treat. This vessel is made of polished gold beset with gemstones. You tremble with excitement as you consider its worth. You eagerly grab the bag of Tempe's, thinking you deserve some reward for the arduous journey you are on. It's a hiding space to protect valuables from thieves.
Okay.
These sweet blue crystals are your favorite treat. You would only share them in an extreme emergency. Maybe.
Oh, go share them with the dragon.
You throw a Tempe into your mouth and smile as the sweet flavor hits your tongue. For a moment, you feel happy. With a heavy sigh, you hand over some Tempe's to the dragon. It screeches with excitement as it happily munches the treats.
Aww.
The dragon screeches again and surprises you once more as it speaks. Tempe's? Colvin loves Tempe's! It looks relaxed now that it is eaten. You gently reach for the chain securing the dragon and undo the lock. It quickly falls away to the floor. And with that, the dragon flies into the sky. It shouts back, Colvin go now! See you again! Bring Tempe's, yes? A portal appears from thin air and the dragon flies into it, disappearing from view. Well, I'll be the son of a dwarf, you say, still shaking your head in disbelief. Looking down, you see a golden chain holding a glass vial on the ground where the dragon was chained. Clear vial contains a swirling purple liquid. Your great-uncle once told you that his forebears drank dragon tears to learn magic, but then again, he said a lot of things. You pinch your nostrils together and gulp down the dragon tears. Tastes like the ocean with a hint of grape, you say. Suddenly, your body tingles from head to toe as words sound loudly in your mind. On frozen stone without a path in sight, a single word summons a bridge of light. You have learned the spell Polychromus.
Interesting.
Oops, on my map.
Okay, so we have to go back to the temple.
Good lord, we have a long way to go.
I know. But the priest isn't here. Or the...
No, but we have to pray to the statue, I bet.
That's right, because it said it needed glasses, so...
Yeah, a rod and gold. So we have this gold vessel. Standing on your toes and reaching high overhead, you place the gold vessel on the statue's open hand. You feel a certain strangeness in the air. You sense powerful energy radiating from the altar at the statue's feet.
Okay.
Now what about the standard?
Oh, yeah. Try the other hand. On the left side.
You place the lens on the altar, and after waiting for several minutes and seeing nothing, you wonder if something is missing. You mutter, "I wish this would work already." You kneel before the statue, lowering your head and reciting a prayer for the One to aid you on your quest.
Oh.
The statue glows intensely, forcing you to shield your eyes. A loud crack breaks the silence, and you hear stone crumbling. You uncover your eyes to see a miracle has occurred, and the statue has been destroyed.
Maybe he was already holding a rod.
Maybe. You pick up the lens and notice it has a faint glow. It is now imbued with some magical properties. You are very curious about its possible uses. I think I have an idea of what the use is going to be.
I have a slight idea.
Let's see here. Which way was it to get out again?
You had to go
Let's
back.
go back this way.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Okay. You look through the lens. A faintly glowing green wisp hovers silently in the air, pointing toward a path. You wonder if you should follow it. What happens if we get lost?
Doesn't really look... Kind of reminds me of the...
Lost Woods.
Yeah, Lost Woods.
You look through the lens. A faintly glowing green wisp hovers silently in the air, pointing toward a path. That's not a green wisp.
That's not green, that's red.
A faintly glowing red wisp hovers silently in the air, pointing toward a path.
We don't want to follow the red. Go... That one looks like it's pointing north.
Ah,
okay.
You step forth from the accursed maze of a forest into a quiet clearing in the woods. A wooden bridge over a lazy river beckons you forward, away from the hazards of the forest for good, you hope. The dirt wagon path is being reclaimed by nature. You imagine the road saw more action when the mine was in operation. You don't have time to admire the scenery now, but you resolve to remember this spot next time you'd like to go fishing. Small dirt path leading down to the riverbank. Crouching low, you can see that this handle is attached to a lever that connects to a mechanism underneath the bridge. It is well within reach and can be pulled easily. You reach out and grab the handle, pulling it down. The sound of a firm click is heard from a mechanism in the bridge above. Okay. As you turn to walk away, the handle resets to its original position. You also hear the mechanism in the bridge resets. It is undone whatever happened. Do I have anything that'll hold it down?
We have heavy rocks. But...
The stones are certainly heavy enough to lower the handle, but you'll need a way to attach them. Okay.
Maybe our empty bag?
Yeah. Ah, the birdcage. Place the heavy rocks into the birdcage. No flying away now, Rocks. You realize speaking to rocks can't be healthy. You now have a really heavy bird cage. Good for you. There we go. You attach the bird cage full of rocks to the handle. The handle sinks another inch as it's pulled as tight as can be. Cool.
I bet the door was open.
You look closely and see the planks are unusually staggered. Still, you whistle and admire the craftsmanship. Sure don't make them like they used to, you say to the empty bridge. Yeah, I bet if we tried to cross that without the rocks being taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The forest path winds through a small meadow. With a loud screech, a foul harpy swoops down from the trees and hovers in front of you. Because of the stench coming from this human vulture, you wonder why you didn't notice it sooner. Whether or not the creature understands you is moot, as all it does is shriek back. The harpy is half bird and half woman. The avian half is a vulture with filthy feathers and claws glistening with poison. It's hovering beyond arm's reach. Can't talk to it.
Why don't you hit it?
No, before you can
God.
act, the harpy dives at your unprotected head. Its claws rake your face, tearing away chunks of flesh. With your face a bloody ruin and your eyes gouged out, you fall to the forest floor, moaning as its poison finishes you off. Wow. You died. Oop, I tried to move. Before you can act, the harpy dives at your unprotected head. Want a clay griffin? No.
Why do I have a feeling we have to find a way to get those bolts? Because it's right out of arm's reach.
Or just try using the crossbow.
Yeah.
Nope. What kind of spells do I have?
Bridge thing.
Frozen stone without a path in sight. Bridge of light. It's overgrown weeds. And that's dispelling an enchantment. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
I was thinking reflect the harpy at
Yep.
itself. Doesn't want a pearl. What about that?
No.
The harpy darts toward you, claws out, ready to take your life. Before its talons reach your body, you thrust the standard into the harpy, impaling the flying horror. It did mention using it to swat at bats, so...
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Stunned harpy is slowly getting its bearings. You better act fast, it won't be happy when it gets up. Best not get too close, lest it lash out violently. You think it prudent to keep your distance. Though injured, the harpy has just enough fight left in it to slash your throat with one of its talons. Your hands soak in the blood that rushes from your neck. You and the harpy both slump over and die at the base of the tree.
We probably just have to move past it.
Nah, I doubt that'll work. Yeah. What if I read the history book to it? Will it die of boredom? I'm shocked the crossbow isn't the answer. The mysterious maze is now a straight path back to the guardhouse.
That's handy.
The way forward is now clear. You easily push onward through the mysterious forest. Okay, so there's nowhere else we need to go there. That's good to know. I was wondering if I had to, like, find another path or something.
Yeah. I feel like we're missing something then. Maybe
maybe
some
we're silver coins to an
coins.
interesting collect. Okay, you know what? I bet that's what the problem is. I bet we need to go back to town, pay some, sell this, maybe to the curio dealer, get some bolts.
Yeah, and then we can use the crossbow. What a rare find! It is made of simple clay, and yet the craftsmanship is exquisite. I know not how you've come by this, little fenling, and I will dare not inquire. 20 silver coins are yours. Trust me, this is a fair price.
The shopkeep practically throws 20 pieces of coin your way as he grabs the clay statue from you. Thank you for your purchase, Fenling. Mind your fingers, the bolts are sharp. Okay, now it's loaded. Great.
Back to the forest. Most roundabout way.
Nice.
Okay.
The crossbow bolt pierces the harpy's flesh. In a moment, the monster bursts into dark flames and vanishes into floating ash. You take the pole with you. It could still have a purpose. Lone tree. You stare at the old tree for a moment, deciding against napping beneath it. Strangely, you swear you hear the jangling of chains.
It does look like there's something hanging.
Yes, it does. You stare at the old tree. Ah, wow. As you
Whoa.
continue along the path, the sound of splintering wood explodes in your left ear. In your misfortune, you stumbled upon a raging tree ant. Its hollow shriek tears through the still forest air. There was no response. The tree ants you knew were docile and wise creatures. Something has twisted this one into a monstrosity. Sensing your movement, the roots of the tree ant slither from the earth and wrap suffocatingly tightly around your waist. It pulls you headfirst into its maw and chomps down hard, giving you the worst splinters of your entire life. Sensing your movement, okay.
I wonder if we need to use that spell for this one.
Probably.
Oh, no.
The tree ants you knew. The path wanders by a single large majestic tree. Moss hangs from its branches, implying it has been here for ages. You frantically try to recall the wooden beast's weakness and decide that fire is a good bet against your fibrous foe. Ah, that worked. You hurl the lantern at the rogue tree ant and watch as it bursts into flames, quickly engulfing the monster. Sighing with relief, you resolve never to walk in the woods alone again if you can avoid it. The terrifying tree ant was burnt to a crisp. It is thoroughly dead. Oh, a shady grove. A pair of silver eyes cast their gaze upon you. They silently watch your every move. You receive no reply. Well, let's just walk past. A manticore bursts through the grove, leaping onto the path. It looks directly at you and becomes eerily still. An evil energy begins to emit from its eyes. It is surely preparing an attack. An intense beam of energy shoots from the manticore's eyes. Your body is bathed in the light and heat of 1,000 suns. The burning sensation fades as your body evaporates into nothingness.
Maybe we can use the tray?
That's what I was just thinking. Maybe we reflect its beams with the tray? As the manticore lets out a roar, you cower behind the silver platter as you hold it aloft. The beam of energy reflects off the well-polished servingware and directly back at its origin. The manticore groans in pain as its eyes burn. The creature reels in pain and lies on the ground. Even without its sight, the manticore senses that you are still near. With the manticore reeling from its own attack, you level your crossbow sights toward it, exhale, and fire. It's a direct hit. The manticore tumbles over, dark blood slowly staining its fur. The manticore is injured, but you sense it has just a little fight left in it. If you thought that the manticore threat had been dealt with, you thought wrong. Dead wrong. Its venomous stinger pierces your skin to deliver a fatal dose of poison into your blood. You do not survive for long.
You just hit him again.
You felled the beast with a final crossbow bolt. Dark flames engulf its body as its ashes scatter with the wind. You step away from the shady grove, beyond the forest edge, and into a quiet clearing. Before you is a Jair river. You exhale slowly. Thank the one, I can rest. Becoming aware of the pain from several bruises covering your aching body. Knowing this is a shipping lane to Stormhaven, you plan to catch a boat and sleep like a log on the next leg of your journey. His stylish clothing contrasts with the wild nature of the Torlin Forest. He looks slightly less out of place than you. You wave at the merchant and point to the boat, asking if you can catch a ride. He looks at the boat and then to you. Love to have you join us, but as you can see, we're locked in port. Damn, hydra weeds are a menace, I say. Cut them and they'll grow back double. Not sure when we'll get free, Fenling. Well, I know how to handle that.
Oh, yes.
Countless weeds cover the ship from stem to stern. You swear you see the weeds tightening around the ship's hull. Herbicidia. You walk up to the riverbank, turn to make sure the merchant is watching, and raise your arms as high into the air as you can. Herbicidia! You shout in the deepest voice you can produce, given your modest size. With the magic spell broken, the hydra weeds wither and fall away from the hull of the barge, freeing the ship. You're welcome, you say, giving the merchant one of the finest smirks you've ever seen this side of the Jair River. It's only then that you realize he's been looking downward this entire time. What's it? Sorry, I dozed off there for a second. Oh, look at that. Those nasty brambles decided to just give up and release the ship all on their own. Little Fenling, today is certainly your lucky day. Let's board and soon we'll be headed down the river. Welcome aboard, Fenlin. When you're ready to go, head to the foredeck and take in the view, the merchant says. This merchant ship is loaded with cargo bound for ports along the Tyre River. The barge pushes away from the dock, groaning and creaking as it slowly sways side to side in the churning waters. You briefly struggle with your stomach, trying to keep the bile down. Thankfully, your nausea quickly passes. Waves of chilled mist roll over the edge of the barge deck, quickly becoming so thick that you can't see your feet. That's it. I'm done with the cold for good, you say, resolving to adventure in only tropical climates henceforth. The mist keeps rising over the deck, turning into a thick and cold fog. Something isn't right. Laughter echoes through the mist. It sounds like it's coming from all around you. A raspy voice hisses, "I see you, Fenling. You should have kept to your own affairs. Suffer and drown." Heavy coat. You slip the coat on and start sweating. Nope, that's not.
No, that's not it. Oh. Crash.
With the boat drifting blind and out of control, it stops the sudden crash and sends you flying overboard.
Oh.
A splash of cold water onto your face shocks you awake. Your eyes focus and you realize you're floating in a swamp. You turn your head to see the toothy grin of a most unusual creature. Its shrill voice calls back to you. "Thanks, thank you, for my new toys! Won't you miss them? Come find them! Yes, follow!" He took my stuff.
I know.
It waves the bag wildly and takes off into the swamp. You lose sight of the creature as it scampers away. Looking around, there is no sign of the barge or its contents anywhere in this swamp. You're on your own.